Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. And today we're discussing the top 5 reasons why people are moving to the state of Maryland. And let's jump right in. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Living in Maryland channel, where we discuss all things living here in the great state of Maryland. So if that's the kind of information that you're looking for, then you are definitely in the right spot, and we really appreciate you being here. And if you are considering making a move here to Maryland, if you're wondering whether purchasing a home is the right move for you and your family, there's a lot going on right now. We absolutely love helping people with that transition and just kind of having those conversations and kind of walking you through what that looks like here in the state of Maryland, so you can make a decision if that's the right move for you and your family. So however you feel most comfortable reaching out, if that's a conversation you would like to have, we'd absolutely love to talk to you, whether that's by phone, text, or email, days, nights, and weekends. We've got your back when moving here to the great state of Maryland. All right, so the first thing I want to discuss is going to be the jobs here in Maryland. And we're in a unique situation. Not all areas around the country can speak to this and can say that they have this, as being a dual metro area. So having DC and Baltimore just about 40 minutes apart just kind of makes it a great area to have lots of jobs and have a great job market here. And especially with the foundation of our job market being government work, being government contracting work, there's just a lot of stable, solid jobs here in the area. So Maryland's also consistently rated one of the wealthiest states in the country, with one of the highest household annual incomes per year. So it's just kind of a great area if you're looking for steady work, if you're looking to kind of be in an environment like that. Maryland's got it. So first off, we'll start with Baltimore. Baltimore's got a growing tech scene. So if you're if you're looking for that kind of work, Baltimore's got it. You've also got a pretty big medical scene with Johns Hopkins right there in the area. They're going to be the largest private employer in the state of Maryland, with just about 40,000 employees. And then you've got Under Armour, which is also a pretty large employer in the Baltimore area as well. So you kind of run into a lot of people doing that, and it's kind of a cool seeing people wearing it all over the place too. Just kind of that local Baltimore, Maryland pride with that. So you've also got the Port of Baltimore right within the city of Baltimore, which is a very large employer as well. It supports just about 15,000 jobs in the area. And then you've also got a staggering 139,000 jobs in some way connected to the Port of Baltimore. So just a huge, huge asset here to the Baltimore area and to the overall Maryland job market as well. So just tons of opportunities. And I've met several guys who work at the port, and just the flexibility that they offer, the benefits that they offer. So just another opportunity for stable, awesome work here in the area if you're looking around. And then all the way down through central Maryland on your way to DC, you've got just tons and tons of government contracting companies and that type of work. It just feels like almost every day I'm meeting someone doing that type of work. And then you've got Fort Meade kind of right in the middle of Baltimore and DC, which is the largest employer in Maryland, with just about 56,000 employees, with a combination of civilian workers, and then they've got representation from all 4 military branches. So just a ton of opportunity here in the area, and that is really right in the middle of DC and Baltimore. So kind of, a big, thing for our real estate market as well, just because you've got so many jobs surrounding the central Maryland area. It is, costly and a little pricey to live here, but you've got those really well-paying, stable jobs here in the area, which is just, huge if you live here in the area. All right, number 2 on the list of why people are moving to Maryland, may be surprising to you, is going to be the weather. And to me, it's not all that surprising. Over the last couple of years, I've been working with a lot of people who have been coming out of the area, and maybe from parts of California, the Southwest, or Phoenix, parts of Arizona, where they're just kind of getting tired of the heat, and they have an opportunity for maybe work to transfer or do something, work from home, and they just kind of miss having that East Coast, the 4 seasons, the weather that kind of comes with being in this part of the country. And Maryland is just not all that extreme. So I kind of thought it was going to be worse before I moved here, but the winters aren't too bad. I mean, it does have, every so often you get a good 1, 2, 3 footer of snow, but that's kind of really more of the exception to the rule. So you get a little bit of snow each year for sure, but a lot of times those winter days will warm up into the mid 40s. So a lot of times that snow doesn't stick around. We get a decent amount of rain, so it stays really green, and it's just, it's so beautiful. Spring throughout the summer, just kind of having all that greenery, all the trees around you. I think 58 to 59% of Maryland is wooded. So you just, you see all that nature and all that greenery all throughout the state of Maryland. So not surprising in regards to that, but that is a big reason that I've been noticing, and when I'm talking to people, of why people are coming here to the state of Maryland, just kind of missing that, that element of the weather, and missing those 4 seasons. All right, number 3 on the list is going to be the people. And this was something that, I just didn't know what to expect, kind of as an outsider moving here to Maryland. But in my experience, so many of the people have been so friendly and so nice here in the area. And it's something that I've really enjoyed, getting to know Marylanders here. So you've got a lot of people who've got Maryland pride here. You got a lot of people who stick around, who've grown up here and kind of are lifers here in the area, and a lot of transplants as well. People from all around the country, people from all around the world, and it's just so cool to get to interact and meet so many different kinds of people here in the state of Maryland. So I think that you'll also find, especially for us living in the Central Maryland region, which is Greater Baltimore, Greater DC, and everywhere in between, is that it's very suburban. So you're going to see lots of families, and that's something that we love too. Especially recently starting a family and having a growing family with number 2 here on the way in about 6 weeks. So just kind of having that family feel in most of this region is just a very cool thing, and it's something that I love. I've always, felt safe and just kind of had a good time meeting everyone and kind of living here in the area. So I think that you'll find the people are very cool here in the area, and it's something that I've really enjoyed. All right, number 4 is going to be the cost of living, and certainly not for all people. I know there's going to be some of you who are coming from, maybe the middle part of the country or parts of the South, and it's going to just feel like you're going to have sticker shock coming up here to Maryland. But there's also parts of the country, like California, parts of the West Coast, a lot of the Northeast, where people are coming down here to Maryland. And they're like, wow, I can get a lot more home, and I can just kind of stretch that dollar further here in Maryland. So, and especially for me, that was kind of my experience as well, coming from Southern California, and I still have family. All my family is living out there. So my brother's living in Orange County. My parents and my sisters are still in Southern California. And when I talk to them about, what homes are going for and what's going on out there, and, the price of gas and all this stuff, it's just crazy how expensive everything is. And I don't know how that's, sustainable for so long, but it's always been that way. So coming here to Maryland, definitely being able to get, some more house and a little more space. There's more opportunity to get a little more, lot size. And then having basements here in Maryland, that's just, for us, that's having that extra living, square footage, or having that for storage. So that just kind of goes a long way, as well as having those basements, which you'll see almost, throughout the entire Central Maryland region. And number 5 is going to be the things to do here in Maryland, especially getting outside with the family. So Maryland's, or one of Maryland's nicknames, is Little America, because it's got so much to do. Most of what you can find around the country except desert. So we've got tons of water here in Maryland, lakes, rivers, mountains, beaches, wetlands on the eastern shore. There's even some islands off the coast of the eastern shore. So just so much opportunity to get outside and hike, and all the woods and all the state parks and all the history that is here in Maryland has just been one of my favorite things about living here in the area. And I know when I'm talking to people who have made the move from out of the area here to Maryland, that's something that they really enjoy as well, especially with working with a lot of families, is having that opportunity to get outside and be active and get out to the parks and do all those things. So I think that that's something you'll find here in Maryland is a huge plus as well. All right, everyone, thanks so much for watching. If you ever have any questions or need anything at all, feel free to comment below or reach out, and we will see you at the next video.